precious gift of mankind's life is life itself. There is no other teacher than life to teach us the importance of our life and also our fellow human beings' life. This is the story 5 Feet Apart, which involves between our hero Will and our heroine Stella. The story starts with Stella being a CF patient. It's a lung disease. She is an easygoing character and also a good friend with Nurse Barbara. She has the right kind of life by taking her medicine at the right time. Her most important habit is writing up her dreams and writing diary. Next day, she goes to see the newborn babies in the hospital because Barbara has informed Stella about the newborn babies in the hospital. At that time, our hero Will watches her and tries to talk with her. Even our hero is affected to CF disease, which keeps him to keep 5 feet distance and talks with Stella. While they both are talking, Nurse Barbara watches them and says to be in a distance, and Will tries to ask Stella to say her name, but Stella refuses to say her name and says her name as deaf. But Will gets to know about Stella's name by Barbara coming into the room by calling out Stella's name. Stella is also a good YouTuber and Will used to watch every video Stella uploads on YouTube. She is also a good friend with Poe and used to discuss everything with him through the video call. At that time, Poe accidentally presses the emergency button and creates a scene of a spilled coffee. When these things happen, Will is advised by doctor to take the medicines at the right time because the disease in himself is at the danger stage. Because of doctor's consultation and his own frustration, Will stays in the terrace of the hospital that night in the freezing cold, and Stella sees him through her room window and comes to see him. She asks him why is he here, and Will explain that he is being lonely and no one is there for him, even his friends. When they both talk to each other, Will asks Stella to be his model for his drawing, but Stella becomes mad at him and leaves the place. Though she leaves the place also, she can't get out her thought about Will from her head. So, the next day, she goes to Will's room and asks about the model drawing, and Will gives him a drawing which he has drawn before. Because of the cartoon thing, Stella gets angry because of that and moves from his room. The next day, they both go to the newborn baby section and they discuss about each other, and then they both get close by making video calls to each other, like talking together and talking about their medical pills without any lag in it. After that, they get close to each other. Stella accepts to be his model and Will draws her in the gym. That night, Stella receives a cover package from Will and she is excited to open it and finds a funny drawing in it, and then she calls video call to Will and talks about the drawing. But Will sees a picture of another girl in Stella's room and asks about it. Stella stares at the picture and she says she don't want to talk about it and cuts the call. Then Stella tries to avoid Will because since Will is being avoided by Stella, he tries to find out the girl in her YouTube video and finds out that she is her sister. Will also gets the help from his friend and tries to find about the girl, and they found that the girl's Instagram account is inactive for 1 year and they get to know about her that she is dead. Then Will goes to Stella to ask sorry about her sister's life, but Stella gets angry and just walks away from him. That night, Stella is being consulted by the doctor and said that she has to undergo an operation which is needed for her in the right time. Then Stella gets worried about the operation and makes herself lonely from everyone. Though Stella is worried about her operation also, she gets a cover from Will saying sorry, and then she talks to him and confides him about her surgery and also says him that she is feeling worried and frightened about the surgery. Then on her surgery day, Will comes disguised as a doctor into the operation theatre and gives some hope to her so that everything will go well. At that time, there is a small starring which proves that they both are fallen for each other. And Stella goes to the operation. Then Barbara finds out that Will has visited Stella in the operation theatre and says him about the seriousness of the disease she and he is going through, and asks Will to keep a certain distance with Stella, and also says about a past incident of death of a CT patient's lovers in the hospital. Then Stella goes to the surgery and finds out her favorite picture in the operation theatre and takes up the surgery with a good note. The next day, Stella finds many gifts nearby her on her success of surgery. By that time, Will finds out that the disease in him is at a danger stage. Just because of the words of Barbara, Will tries to avoid Stella. The next day, Stella sends a voice note to Will and sends a message to him. She accompanies Poe with her and goes to the room of Will and knocks at it. But Will refuses to see Stella just because of the words of nurse. Then they both keep a certain distance and try to avoid themselves. Then that night Stella receives a gift from Will and she tries a new idea to talk with Will by uploading a YouTube video and also giving a drawing to him 5 feet apart so that they can be friends together. At that time, Stella reaches Will's door and shows a 5-feet stick to him and asks him to go, and Will accepts, and Will and Stella both go out just by saying to Poe. And then they both go out by keeping a 5-feet distance with the stick. Then they both sit near a swimming pool and Stella says that she is afraid of water just because her sister had died because of water. Then as a sort of compassionate hug, they both keep the stick onto their shoulders. And then Barbara finds that Will and Stella are not on their beds and inquires Poe about them, and Poe tells lies that he don't know anything about them. After Barbara left Poe's room, and Poe sends a message about Barbara searching for Will and Stella to them. They both rush to their rooms so that they don't get caught by Barbara. The next day, they both message each other that they both are being safe, and they also talk about Will's birthday. Then Will find out that his friends are busy and they can't attend his birthday. At that time, Will receive a balloon which mentions clues of gift for his birthday. Then Will find out every clue which is written in the note, from the baby ward to the ICU ward and onto the swimming pool, and then he gets a personal message from Stella and meets her in a room where he finds all his friends and there are of his surprise birthday party. And Poe is being the cook for the party and asks Stella to go and talk to her parents. Then Barbara finds about the party and gets mad about it. At that time, the hospital reception receives an emergency from Poe, and Barbara rushes to his room and gives a CPR treatment to Poe, but their bad luck, Poe loses his life, and then Stella gets disturbed by it and Will consoles Stella. Stella becomes upset of Poe's dismiss and makes her room unclean. Even Will too cleans off his room and leaves from the hospital, and then he goes to the park. Even Stella too goes to the park. Then they both talk with each other for a long time and gets to a conclusion of walking together in the park with keeping a distance. By that time, hospital gets a message of a lung donor for Stella. And Barbara tries to find out Stella and gets to know that she is not in her room. By that time, Will and Stella are happily skating in the ice-formed river, and Stella gets the message of a lung donor but ignores it and continues to skate. In the same time, everyone in the hospital panic about the missing of Stella, and Stella and Will sit on a bridge. At that time, Will receive a message of lung donor. So, Will and Stella starts an argument about the donation of lung, but Stella refuses to take the lung and goes for skating. But unfortunately, Stella goes into a water by breaking the ice accidentally. Then Will goes to rescue her and gives first aid to her by pushing the air inside her mouth. At that time, he did not thought about the disease or anything he had. They both have also, and sends a message to hospital that Stella needs emergency. Because of the first aid given by Will, Stella rescues tears, but Will gets unconscious. Then the hospital member rush to them and rescue them and bring them to the hospital for treatment. During the treatment, they exchange their love and Will say to her to accept for the operation. Then Stella accepts it and operation takes place successfully. Will decorates the hospital and sends a voice video to Stella and gives her a beautiful entry into the hospital through a large row of light and talks with her through the mobile with a window in between them. As the last talk, with fully explains his love to Stella and says a touching words to Stella and also mentions if he be with Stella again means he will become a great danger to her and also it will be a danger to him. He also asks her to close her eyes. With her eyes open, he can't go away from her. So Stella closes her eyes and Will walks away from her by giving her the last gift of his drawing of Stella's original image and also many memories of them. Thus, Will took a greater and tough decision in his life just for happy living of Stella and also a good health care to him. Though the story ends with a sad ending also, it really captures our heart with the teardrops in our eyes.